All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, on a Saturday afternoon, you're watching Sports Talk with BWatts. And I'm your host, Bernard Watts, along with my dog. That's right, my dog. That's Steven Woodland. I want to thank him for taking out the time to join me on today. I know Colorado got a bye week, so we're just sitting around punting and saying, what shit I talk about? Hey, today, this afternoon, I just want to talk about Colorado top 10 players that on this roster that has had an outstanding year so far. Now, my list may not be like Steven list. And I'm sure he's gonna question some of the players I got on this list. But Coach Prime, I just want you to know this my list. I don't know what Steven's gonna say. I ain't responsible for what's gonna come out of his mouth now. But we're going to keep it professional like we always do, and you know that. We're going to keep it real. But at first of all, I just want to say shout out to all the players out there. Hope y'all taking this bye week for real and doing the things that you need to do and getting ready to come back and practice on Sunday and get ready to start winning these next 4 games that we need to win. All right? But right now, I'm going to give you my top 10 players who I have seen on TV, on film. You have shown me that you are the top 10 players that Coach Prime got right now. All right, so right now, I'm going to bring up my dog, Mr. Steven Woodland, and we're going to talk to y'all this afternoon. What's up, my buddy?
What's going on, BWatts?
That's much, my brother. A lot of folks been calling me and say, but nah, when you and Steve gonna go back by yourself. But hey, we here. we are here. So we are here. So but first of all, like I said, I do appreciate
your music's still going, big dog.
Okay, I appreciate it. I do appreciate JR joining us and everything. And you know, he's been a good addition to the program, I think. Man,
outstanding addition. But before we get this kicked off, I want to say this here. Free Phillip Dukes. Free Phillip Dukes. We need to free Phillip Dukes. We're going to tell On 3 something. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, do no foolishness like you've done here. What we're going to tell you this here, it is unacceptable to treat a man like that. You don't fire a man on his day off. Don't do no foolishness like that. We don't accept it. It's not tolerated. It's not accepted. And I'm telling you something right now. Everybody talking about click, like, subscribe. It's unsubscribe. Thank you and have a good day, On 3.
Hey, well, I didn't know he was going there, but hey, he came out of the woodwork on that. But anyway, since you brought up Mr. Duke, he will be a special guest on the show Sunday. So on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But I want to thank him for coming to be a part of the show. I think he's going to jump on at the 9:30 p.m. hour. And Steve, I need you to jump on at the 8 if you can. Can you jump on tomorrow at 8 to 8:30?
We can do that. We can do that. I looked at the schedule. If I get the okay from the big person in the house, we good to go.
Okay then, but I know he'll jump on at 8:30. You can go up at 8:30. He'll come on at 8:30. But all right, big dog. So like I said, I appreciate you for joining me on today. I'm gonna give you my list. I'm gonna count it down. I ain't gonna give you 1 through 10. I'm gonna count it down from 10 to 1. Make it a little bit interesting for y'all. How about that? What's going on? No, y'all ain't used to this time with me coming on, but hey, appreciate all of y'all for rocking with me right now. I appreciate it. What's up, Miss Johnson? How you doing? Miss Veronica, how you doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. And everybody who tuning in right now. Y'all don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have. Subscribe already. Appreciate it. All right, big dog. Colorado top 10 players on the team right now that I think. And here we go. We're finna get it started. Now, like I said, my list may not be like y'all list, but I think these are the players that have performed well and I think deserve it. And it's gonna be a little controversial, but hey, that's all right. I'm good with that. Now, coming in at number 10, Steve don't put a hand up to it. My bad, right? Coming in at number 10. Now, I know this player. Some of y'all might not don't think he's number 10, but I do. I know y'all think it's Barnes gonna come up here, but hey, I wanted to. Trust me, I wanted to. Yeah. But my top 10 player right now is big dog. Hey, it's Shilo, man, at that safety position. I know Shilo been injured. I know he's been inconsistent the last 2 games. Know he got his elbow injured and he really ain't came back. But right now, out of my 10 players, I think he the most, he the best, he the he the number 10 on my list. I think the leadership part. I like his leadership part. I like his toughness. He bring a toughness to the side of the defense that I like. At times he get those unnecessary penalties, I know, but I just like Shilo back there at that safety position. Now when he was out, starting my field in for him, he did pretty good. But through the 8 games, Shilo has proven to me he one of the 10 best player on Colorado team. And I'm telling you right now, but if y'all believe it or not, Shilo gonna get drafted. He gonna get drafted. He might get drafted off his dad's name, or his last name, or whatever. He gonna get drafted. He got 4 more games to put on tape to show me and show everybody else in the NFL scout that he worthy of being drafted. And I think he will. He's physical. Like I said, at times I question his late hits and stuff, but hey, you need that toughness on the side of the defense. So I think he's coming in at number 10 on my list. Now, I'm a year to Steven Woodland. I don't know if he agree or not. I hope he agree with me. And like I said, I ain't on him to bash nobody, but hey, we're gonna give our opinion. But I think Shilo number 10. That's how I feel. Go ahead, Mr. Steve.
Well, on that one, I'm gonna disagree on that one. I think he's a outstanding player. His leadership is valuable to the Colorado Buffaloes. But if we're going to be real, and it should go on performance and leadership, and what I would say, I wouldn't put him as 10. I wouldn't put him in the top 10. I would have to put him out a little farther than top 10 because he's a valuable asset. But when you're telling me I put Stoudemire in there, we still went pretty much undefeated with Stoudemire in there. Not undefeated. Well, yeah, undefeated because he came back in K-State. So they were undefeated by the time Stoudemire was in there, or they were playing at a high level. They were playing at a very high level. So what that tells me, if you are in the top 10, when you come off of that field, it should be a big difference between you and the next man up. And if it's not too big of a difference between you and the next man up, I'm sorry, I can't put you in the top 10. So for me, that's the only reason, because you had somebody behind who played at a high level. He wasn't perfect. Stoudemire wasn't perfect, but Stoudemire got the job done. And he made big plays. So that's the only reason I wouldn't put him at 10. Now, if you're telling me 15, I could go with 15, but not 10.
15?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 15. Because and listen to me, people out there in podcast land. I'm going impact. When I'm doing a top 10
Shilo is
list,
an impact player. I'll tell you, Steve.
sir, I'm not gonna go on the negative side, because if you're telling me this, it's quite a few bonehead plays to be a top 10 player. So
I
I'm
mean,
not.
they're not gonna do that.
Huh?
You said when Stoudemire came in the game, right? Well, how many
Yeah.
tackles he made? Look, I can show you some film of all them tackles he does.
What, sir? You might show
Oh,
me
I
some.
can show you that.
What, sir? Again, you might show me some film, but at the end of the day, it was W's. It was W's. At the end of the day, show me a play. Stoudemire got 2 15-yard penalties.
Oh, no, I ain't saying that part.
Okay. I'm just saying. I just don't want to go there. All I'm saying is
You
this
can
here.
go. You can go. You can go. You can go. You can go.
I
Single feet, baby.
don't want to open up a can, but I'm not going to do it because Shilo has done a fantastic job. And the next thing on Shilo, because he missed those games, he got to get back into the groove. And it takes time to get that feeling of football, to get your footing together and everything like that. So it's going to take a little time. That's the only reason I'm not putting him in the top 10. How many games did he miss?
I think 2.
Yeah, you putting somebody in the top 10, missed 2 games, and not only did he miss 2 games, when he came back, he missed that game too. So you talk about 3 games.
He's still the top 10. He's still in my top 10.
Sir, okay. The game against KSU, where would you rank him at?
Against Kansas State?
Yeah.
That's probably one of the worst games I've ever seen him play.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna judge. But I'm not gonna judge about that one game.
No, I judge you on the totality. That was your worst game, and you missed 2 games. How can you be in the top 10?
Hey, I don't know no other players who would be on the list at that top 10 than him.
Okay, go. You got that, sir. I disagree. And people out there in podcast land, tell me whether you agree with me or you agree with Mr. Nice, BWatts.
Okay, let's see what they say.
Let's see what they say. I can't see what they say.
I'll put it up there. I'll put it up there.
Let me put my
here you go right here.
on.
Wingate say, I go with Shilo. The injury has affected him, but he is a strong player. I agree.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Shilo is a run stopper. He is not a covered safety. All right. I might agree with that too. All right. If Shilo wasn't prime son, he would have been replaced. You got one. He like that. See, he like that, y'all. Shilo, okay. Finney said, BWatts Steven hit it on the head with impact. The defensive player at a high level when he was out. The defense, okay, he's saying the defense played at a high level.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep Stalin said, I agree with you, Okay. They just some haters, bro. That's all.
Ain't nothing stop it.
I'll wait until the end of the season. The team is still developing. And bro, all right. Like I say, you got a couple of them that agree with you, but like I say, this BWatts top 10.
I get you.
This BWatts top 10.
I get you.
But I'm back. But hey, you know, I know that's why we stopped, because I know you. We're gonna give. I need that. I need that back and forth. I don't need nobody agreeing with me everything I say, or everything I do. But Shilo come in at number 10. I want to make sure I get that last message across. Coach Brian, you heard that game. So I'm giving Shilo.
He's at 10, and it still don't stop him from getting drafted. He could go in the NFL and do a fantastic job. I'm just saying right now. That's all. Okay,
Miss Jones, what's going on? I agree with BWatts. Those are his choices. No, that's all you got to say. You can't go on by watch Shilo play. I'll put Shilo at 20 at the early.
You said that.
Yeah. You know Miss Jones about like you. She gonna tell you how it is. All right, moving on for number 10. Like I said, I knew that was gonna be a little controversial, but hey, that's just where I was feeling. Let's go to number 9, Steve. Let's see what I got at number 9. At number 9. Now, it's number 9. You still might disagree with me on this, but I think he's the 9th best player on the team. And here we go. He ain't even a starter. That's Colton Hood. Colton Hood is one out of the top 10 players that I think that is good on Coach Pine's football team. The reason why, number 1, when Travis was out, who stepped up? When Travis was out, who stepped up? Colton Hood. All right. On special teams, who you always seeing down there on Tigers just about.
Mhm.
Him, Stoudemire, and then Foster.
Mhm.
Colton Hood is a versatile cornerback, defensive back. He can guard your best player. He can guard your second best player, and he can guard the slot position on the defensive side of the ball. Also, Colton Hood is a ball hawk. He got the speed, and he got the toughness to come up and hit, put them shoulder pads on you. Some of the safeties that's on Colorado team won't hardly do on a consistent basis. But Travis Hunter. But if you're looking at somebody in that secondary position that can guard you, your best wide receiver one-on-one, be physical with him off the line of scrimmage, and be physical, come up in the run. I'm telling you, Colton Hood is that dude. He's not my number 9 player. He come in at number 9 on my list as Colorado top 10 players. Go ahead, Mr. Steve.
BWatts, BWatts, you need to quit drinking that medicine, boy. You drinking too much medicine, man. You got some medicine you drinking. I want some of it because now are we talking about productivity and impact in every game or just 2 games?
Every game.
We talking about every game.
He's
How many
been the
snaps?
best player. He done been the best player. He done made. Only thing I done saw Colton Hood do on that special team when he didn't miss, he missed that Tiger on that punt return against North Dakota State.
Well, okay. I disagree with
He
top
don't
10.
play it every game.
I disagree with top 10.
Okay.
People got to realize. I disagree with top 10 with this. He hasn't had enough snaps in there to me to put him in the top 10 and impact plays. Because if you're doing that, Colton Hood is beautiful because everybody's in love with the fact when he comes in there, he make plays. People love that. So he's going to get more popular. He's not going to get blasted because when people come in there, he's an impactful player. And what I'll say is this one here. Now, next year, even this year, but I say next year, he's going to be in the top 5. But right now, I'm going off impact in every game. Impact in every game. And then I'm also going by the productivity. I can't put Colton Hood in the top 10. Now, I can say he's an impactful player. Yes, sir, he is. I can say he's one of the top cornerbacks we have. Yes, he is. But to put him over somebody who's played twice as more snaps and made twice as more plays, that's hard for me to do. I won't do that. I won't do that. That's the only thing holding me back for Colton Hood. Great pick because of the enthusiasm people have for Colton Hood, but not going to happen with me. Great play. I ain't gonna say great player because ain't number 2 great players on Colorado's team, and that's a 1 and a 2. So we'll leave that alone. Great players. Everybody else are good players right now. Great players produce every week. Ain't no off weeks for great players. They produce every week. So with that being said, Colton Hood is a very good player. He has the potential to be great, which I think next year he's going to go to that level. But right now, no sir, not top 10. Now, he can go in the top 20, but he ain't not getting into my top 10. Thank you, sir, and I'll hand it back to you.
All right. Y'all heard Steven take on my number 10 spot with Shilo and my number 9 spot with Colton Hood. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I got my 2 players that I want to get on this list out the way. Now, let's go to some players that we have started, and then they read on this list all the way down. Let's stop in at number 8. Who's at number 8? Wide receiver, LaJohntay Webster. Now, to me, right now, since Travis got hurt and everything, LaJohntay Webster might be the number 1 wide receiver on Colorado. You can question it. That's fine. But I'm telling you, Shedeur comfortable with him. I think he's 1 touchdown behind Travis Hunter for total. And this dude is money. He's money. He's money. He's quick off the line of scrimmage. He got good hands. He's a good route runner. And just about whenever you need a first down, if Shedeur is not throwing that ball to Travis, he's looking for LaJohntay Webster. I think LaJohntay Webster is one of the top 10 players for Coach Prime and Colorado Buffalo. Go ahead, Steve.
Sir, you've hit a home run on this one, sir. Not only is he a top 10, he could have been in the top 5 because if you look at the plays that he's made game impact plays with that Hail Mary. He made that catch. Also, the big third down catch he has made. And he has been consistent every game. He's Mr. Consistent. Call him 7-Eleven because he's always open, baby.
All right.
You have no disagreement on this one. Mr. Webster, when you can go from 10 to 1, hey, you got me, man. You got me. I bow down and say, hey, you finally hit one. You was beginning to be like the New York Yankees. Oh, Judge, you was up there swinging at them curveballs. I'm like, God, dog, this man missed the But right now, homeboy, you hit a home run. He is absolutely in the top 10. He could have been in the top 5 because he's Mr. Consistent, productivity, professional leadership. His leadership puts him in the top 10 alone because he has led that wide receiver room. His productivity to me takes him to the top 5. Great pick, BWatts. I don't have to say more. We salute you, LaJohntay. You have done a fantastic job as a representative for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah. So, Steve, when you look at Webster performance as a wide receiver, just look where he came from, the numbers that he was putting up. And now he had to come in and be the number 2 or number 3 wide receiver on the team with Travis. He easily could have stayed where he was at and got them same numbers that he had last year, but he still decided to come and play for Coach Prime in the Colorado Buffalo. What does that say about LaJohntay to you?
What it says is this one here. He didn't want, in life, you can have something called wasted calories. And wasted calories is you just eating bad food and getting, to you, oh, it tastes good, but it's bad food. You stand where you're at, yes, you get those big numbers, but what happens when the NFL scouts look at you, those are wasted numbers because they're like, you didn't do it against the big boys. They want to see that against the big boys. It's cool to do it down there when you're getting all those attempts. We can get any receiver on Colorado's team, and I could put pretty much anyone. If you get that many passes to you, you're going to get a lot of yards. That's just the way. If you can catch, you're going to get a lot of yards if you got a good offensive coordinator. But to him, what he realized was this one here. When you want to get on the big stage, you have to understand it's not about having all of those numbers. It's making the plays that come your way. And he has done that. He understands that. When scouts are looking at you, scouts ain't looking at no 12, 1,500 yards. They know when you get to the NFL, you ain't getting them kind of yards. Your yards are when we design a play for you, are you going to make the play? He makes the play. So that's the key to him. And he recognized that. And he needs to play against a high level competition. And he checked those boxes. So he's checked all of his boxes. Great job to that young man. And he will be going he will get an opportunity at the next level.
Okay. So also when you look at LaJohntay and when he come out the field, you see, you mentioned a while ago in your first take, the leadership part of him. Every time I see him, he always talking to Draylon Miller, the young guy, in practice, in the game, explaining to him about this play, what you need to do for the next play, how did he get open on this play. And talk to us about the leadership that LaJohntay have shown while he been at Colorado.
Well, let's go even deeper than that. Everybody knew when that guy first came there, his number was number 1. But what was he told? No. You tell a guy that put up 13 or 1,400 yards and all of those was over 100 receptions, no. What do you normally get when that happens?
I didn't hear you say that again.
If you tell a guy who was it at his last place, know that he's not getting his number, what do players normally do?
They're gonna stay with there and go somewhere.
Absolutely. So that's the first thing he did. He showed you that it's not just all about what I want. Right. It's about being a teammate and always going in there being a Colorado Buffalo. That's the first thing. It's about being a team player, and he's a team player. The second thing he did was this one here. he came in and he started teaching. What people don't realize is this one here. You're going to see Miller, you're going to see both Millers excel next year, and you're going to be like, well, what happened? What happened? Well, this is what happened. They were getting mentored by outstanding wide receiver. They were shown how to be a professional by outstanding wide receiver. And when you have that, all it's going to do for them, they get to grow. They get to step back. Oh, he explained it. He went over this with me. He walked it. He walked me through it, and he showed me this. This guy is valuable. And I'll tell you something else he does. He's in that locker room when everybody else is pouting. He's telling them, dog, you ain't got nothing to pout about. Look at Shepard over there, #1 receiver at Vanderbilt. Look at me, #1 receiver where I came from. Homeboy, we all taking turns getting a piece of this pie. Wait your turn, and when it's your turn, you ain't got to just wait. When your turn comes up, be ready. Be ready like Cash was. Instead of all of that talking, be ready to play. And that's what he's done. So outstanding job.
Now, Steve, when you let's fast forward. We're gonna stay right there with LaJohntay. Let's look at his size. You know, a lot of people are always in my chat talking about his size. And at first, I was kind of questioning his size, but the toughness of this guy, and he keep making plays. You think he'll have a problem at the next level because of his size?
No, everything goes by schemes. All the coach needs to know, because I'm a New England Patriots fan, and going back with Branch, Welker, and Edelman, and all of those guys, small guys. You got a few things. You got 3 things you got to be for the NFL. You got to be tough as nails. You got to be smart, and you got to go in there and you got to understand your role. If you come in there and do those things, you're going to be fine. And he needs the right scheme for him. Can you imagine him with, check this out. Can you imagine him with your boy Mahomes? Can you imagine him with your boy McVay? Can you imagine him with the Washington Commanders? It's certain teams out there, even if you took him with Joe Burrow. Let's go here. Put him with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just all kind of schemes where you got a guy that size. He's what, 5'10" or 5'11"? That ain't
5'11".
5'11". He's got the height. That ain't no small. 5'11" is tall. Normally they're shorter than that. The key is this one here. He understands football. He has a quickness to him, and it's all about getting open. Look at the boy with the Dallas Cowboys who they got from the XFL or wherever he came from. They finally picked him up and make plays on special teams, and now they got him a receiver. It ain't about it's how big you are in here, how bad you want it. So what happens is this, BWatts. He might not get drafted high, and he might wait to the 6th or 7th round to get picked. That's not the key. The key is for him just to do like Weaver did. You have to find a team that needs you and that requires your talents, and got a coaching staff that can utilize you in the proper way. He's going to be fine. And I'll tell you, he's going to be fine. He's going to be cheap labor. He's going to be one of those guys that they're going to have that can play special teams, the punt returns and stuff like that. He's going to be a slot receiver, and you don't have to pay a lot of money. So those teams that are heavy on that salary cap, he's the perfect player. We don't have to pay him a lot of money. We're going to pay him peanuts, and we got him for 4 years. So he going to make a team. He will make a team because he make too many plays. When you're open 24/7.
He sure open, Steve. He sure be open.
And I'll tell you this one here. Who's going to the NFL next year? What quarterback going to the NFL next year?
Shedeur?
2. So you mean to tell me, even if he don't get drafted, 2 is going to be the starting quarterback for whatever team he picks. You think him and his father ain't going to have some leeway to say, hey, we need to get as much talent as possible for 2. And that guy right there understands, and he feels comfortable. We want him. So worst case scenario, let me go. Worst case scenario, 2. He picked the right quarterback because that quarterback gonna have impact even if he don't get drafted. We need him.
Right.
It ain't what you know.
Yeah, Shedeur has to go in there and tell the general manager, hey, he didn't get drafted, but Shedeur, what you need? I need him and him.
Absolutely. And you think they ain't gonna do that? You think they ain't gonna? You think they ain't gonna call? Hey. we understand that your father. We understand our organization hasn't done well with quarterbacks, but what we want to do is make sure that we put you in a successful situation. Coach Prime, what you think about this? Thumbs up. Okay, we can work with that and then go from there
Yeah.
because two has to have weapons. He can't
Right.
go somewhere where you ain't gonna get no weapons. That ain't gonna
Right.
happen. That ain't gonna happen with two. So I don't even listen to that. I listen to people talk all the time. It's plenty of small receivers in the NFL. They're there every time. It all goes with the scheme and the right team. That's it.
You right.
Scheme and right team, and everything works out. Look at Arizona. Arizona, you mean to tell me they don't need no more receivers? The
Yeah.
The
Hey, it's a whole
Cleveland
lot of
Browns,
teams need to.
the Dallas Cowboys. I can go
Yeah.
on and on. All of that. Oh, the New York Giants. I can go on and on with needing receivers. So let's stop it. Let's stop it. The Denver Broncos.
Right. You're right. So other than we don't talk about his leadership, we don't talk about his athleticism. Let's talk about his toughness. Is he tough enough? He don't show his toughness in some games. We getting ready to go up against Utah. We getting ready to go up against Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Will he be tough enough to survive a 12-game season this year?
Oh, easy. Yeah, he's smart. Football is about being smart. What you don't want to do is this one here. What difference between LaJohntay and Travis is this. LaJohntay understands when you go across that middle, don't go in there trying to get no extra yards juking. Get down.
Right.
He does that. It's about being smart. I've seen just two plays where he took some pops. But other than that, he don't take big hits because he understands when you get that ball up in the middle with all of that doggone, all those people in there, you have to get down. It's smart football. It ain't about big. He is tough because he's out there. He's tough because of his productivity. But with speed people and people who understands football, you got to catch them first. All I
Yeah.
got to do,
Yeah.
if I'm open, I got the ball. I'm for beep, I'm down. Beep,
Right.
first down, first down, first down. That's all they want. We want first down. You don't
First
need
down.
no. I catch the ball and I'm trying to run 1 yard and get your head knocked off your shoulders to prove I'm tough. You tough because you got open and you got the first down. That's smart football. So all that toughness crap, man, get out of here with. I tell people, get out of here with that mess. There's a lot of people in the NFL ain't tough at all. They go out there, ain't alligator arms. They do this here. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, you're right. All right, Steve, we better move on. I'm gonna go to number 7. Number 7. This dude is legit to me. Coming in at number 7, defensive end and edge rusher, BJ Green. BJ Green started out at Arizona State and he transferred in to Colorado and he been playing. He used to play with Coach Prime when he was younger. And the way he has performed so far this year, hey, it's been top level. He put that pressure on a quarterback. And I think he's a NFL player. Not saying he's gonna get drafted, but he easily can make a team next year. So when you look at BJ Green so far, like I say, he coming in at number 7 on my list. What have he shown you to be on my top 10 list?
What he shows me, he pops off the film. I'm gonna tell you something right now. He's getting drafted in the NFL. A pass rusher and also can contain on the run. The man's electric. When you watch that film, he's electric. He gets to the ball. He's controlling the outside. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He makes everyone else better because of. And then this is something else he does that he don't get no credit for. Look at all the offsides he get because they so worried, that tackle so worried that he can't get back there quick enough to
Right.
block.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's getting that. So with that being said, you have hit another home run. I would have had him higher myself because of this here. Everything starts and stops with that defense to me. That defense have proven this year that they have controlled almost every game when it pertains to Colorado. And they have done an outstanding job. And he's a big part of that. So kudos to BJ Green for handling his business. He needs to finish strong like everybody else. and just continue accordingly. But yes, BJ Green is a top 10, and you can take that to the bank.
All right. Also, when you look at BJ Green, he come in as a quiet. He don't talk that much, but on the field, man, when he make a hit, he bring that energy out there, man. Him along with some more players, but I just like the energy that he brings. BJ Green, like I said, he ain't a talker, but he is a dog out there to me. So other than looking at his physical quality that he brings to the team, what about his leadership? Can a person be a leader by being quiet?
Oh, absolutely. Because it's all about your game talks for you. Why do I need to talk when my game doing all the talking? That quarterback on his back, that does talking for you. That running back 5 yard lost in the backfield, that does talking for you. I'm tired of people doing all that yapping. We here for the talking. We do the talking. Their job is to produce. And BJ Green is a mean mofo, and he handles his business out there on that field. So I just tell people this one here: quit all the talk. I don't want to hear you at roo, rah, rah. Man, we need to stop. That's when BJ Green go up there and do his talking starts. Hey, man, we need that ball. That's when BJ Green talking starts. Those are the things you need to have. Hey, starting off the game, everybody else down. BJ Green come around there, fire. Well,
Yeah.
if you want to hear some talking, we hear all the talking we need from BJ Green when them pads hit. That's all the talking I want to hear.
You're right. You're right. Now, how important is BJ Green will be coming up this Saturday against Texas Tech? Because I keep hearing that Texas Tech is a passing team. So will BJ Green play an important role for Robert Livingston defense coming up this Saturday?
He's gonna be a very important role. What you're gonna have is this one here. You're gonna have a Texas Tech coming off a big game with Iowa State, which is they're gonna be bruised up. They're gonna come in. They're gonna be, they ain't gonna be feeling like Colorado. They're not gonna be rested. You can say what you want to. When you come in a physical game like that, a big game that they're gonna be having, it's one of those things you're gonna see those players coming in there, and it's gonna be like hard getting back to back to back all those games. BJ Green is going to be vital. He's going to be vital because now he gets to get to that quarterback. What happens is this one here. You're going to have more opportunities against Texas Tech. That's the difference. Texas Tech ain't going to run that ball like KSU. They are going to throw it. And when you get all those chances to throw it, what you're going to see is this one here. You're going to see the interceptions go up, and you're going to see the sacks go up. You're going to see some big plays on defense because you're going to get more opportunities. And that's not going to be smart on their part by throwing that ball like they do. But they are who they are. They're a passing team, and that's what they do. And it's going to hurt them against CU because that's CU's strength. So it kind of, it's one of those things. It's CU's strength, and it's their strength. So you're going to see this here, and what you're going to see, CU's going to have opportunities to take that quarterback head off. And I can see BJ Green laying on top of him, putting his hand on his head, says, son, it's going to be a long day for you. Get ready. I'll be back in a few minutes. So get used to this. Get used to this position because you'll be here in a few minutes because I'm coming right back.
He's coming right back. It's time for you to bow down. He go bow down and tap out. We got to bow down and tap out. You're right. I like that. I like that.
Bro.
Yeah. Get used to it because I'll be what?
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Hey, assume the position. Assume the position, which is bow down because I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. 9 times out of 10, big dog. Hey, he will be right back. 9 times out of 10. You can count on that. So,
Miss Johnson, something else. Miss Johnson, something else.
You better know it. He showed him, Miss John. He gave the right quarter with that because I will be right back. All right, big dog.
Right back.
All right, we're moving on. I only want to be here for an hour. We got 20 more minutes. I know Texas Tech is playing. Anybody got the score on Texas Tech game right now? Put it down in the chat. Texas Tech. Let us know what the score is on Texas Tech. Now, let me get my number 6 up. I'm telling you, my number 6 player, ChiDozie. Block Buddy. I think he's the one of the top 10 players on Colorado, and he came in number 6 on my list. Now, y'all might think he need to be a little higher, but when I was looking at the rest of them, I think I got him in the right place. Matter of fact, I think my whole list in the right place, in spite of him. You know, he can take glasses off. Hey, come here, hey, all right. Call your mama. Call your mama. Block Bully will make you call your mama. Steve, talk to me about Block Bully season so far.
Block Bully has been everything advertised. It starts and ends with the Block Bully. We started the season off, and everything we said was the trenches. We couldn't stop a nosebleed last year. And what happens now is this one here. You don't see people be like, well, his numbers are fantastic. His numbers are fantastic because you see the people behind him. When your linebackers and your safeties are making all these plays, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He has been fantastic. He has been an anchor. He has been the reason for the season. And I'll tell you something right now. When Block Bully when that stump goes down, everything else falls. So he's one. You don't move him. He won't be moved. You can say I seen a play KSU put 3 linemen on him, and he refused. I'm gonna call him Rosa Parks. You ain't getting out of that chair. Rosa didn't get out of her chair, and the Block Bully ain't getting out of his spot. So that's the respect I got for him. He's the Rosa Parks of that defensive tackle. You ain't moving it. He refused to move, and you ain't gonna move it. So props to that young man. He has done what they asked him to do. He is who we thought he was, and he's going where he wants to go. And that's to the thing called the N and then the F and the L, baby, because he's going. And if you see John Randall, if your people know who John Randall is, played the Minnesota Vikings, he is bigger, stronger, and he's gonna be more effective. So I see him moving. Hey, tell him get that truck going, because he's doing like the Jeffersons, baby. He's moving on up.
Moving on up. All right there. Yeah, Block Bully has been a stable on that defensive front line for him. And like you said, he taking on double team, triple team. Once he dig in that ground, he can't be moved. And that helps the linebackers to come up to make the tackle. So Block Bully has been doing his job over there. All right, I'm going to get down to my top 5. Man, I'm telling you, this is going to be a woo. Hey, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt.
We see.
All right, Steve, we're back. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Sports Talk with BWatts. Along with my dog, Steven Woodland, we talking about Colorado top 10 players on the team this year. This is just my list, and I got Steve here to agree and disagree. And I think he like everybody but 2 of them. But hey, like LaJohntay said, this is my list. Yeah. Steve, coming in at number 5 on my list. This dude here has been everything he advertised to be. That's my dog. Jordan Seaton, the offensive line. The offensive line on Colorado, I think they've been a C this year. They ain't giving up that many sacks. I kind of question the right side at times because can't get no push in the running game. But far as the left side, especially at Jordan Seaton, a lot of people saying going into the season, man, y'all depending on the freshman to protect you, and y'all went through what y'all went through last year. Man, Jordan Seaton is the only offensive lineman that haven't been replaced so far by Coach Phil Lobo. I'm telling you, when you look at Jordan Seaton and the way he has performed as a freshman, not just as a freshman, he was a freshman starting off right now. Shoot, He was sophomore now. To me, we ain't got 4 more games. But when you look at his performance so far, how has he performed so far to you?
Well, this is what I'm gonna tell people. Y'all better get on board the Seaton Express. I call him the Seaton Express because I'm telling you something right now. You need to get on board. If you ain't on board, you better start getting on board because the time is now. The time is now. He is moving things. I tell you, when Seaton move, I move. Just like that. When Seaton move, that running back should be moving just like that. Seaton is the real deal. I don't go on that freshman stuff, man. I don't know what a freshman is when it comes to the Seaton Express. The Seaton Express open all the time, baby. You can get on board anytime you want to get aboard. Get on the board on that Seaton Express because he ain't never full. He ain't never full. He empty. And he want people to get on board and he can keep on moving. So you have hit a home run on this one. I would have put him down in the top 3, me personally. And I'm saying the top 3 because he has done everything Coach Prime Phil Lodehold has asked him to do. And I tell you what, he can be even better. Certain schemes, if they do certain schemes, it would make him even better. Pulling and all the other wonderful things. So you ain't seen anything yet when it comes to the Seaton Express. The Seaton Express can do this here. He got more tricks in his bag. He ain't a one-trick pony, baby. That's the difference. You have tackles up there. All they can do is one thing. The guy got feet. Man, the guy's so mobile. He's so quick. He's like the dancing polar bear. He can move them feet, baby. When you can move your feet as a big man, twinkle toes. When you can move your feet like that, you can do things. He might have did ballet when he was young because you can see he can dance, baby. He can do the cha-cha. And he will thump your head in a Mississippi minute. And I'm talking about a Mississippi minute. He'll thump your head. So you hit a home run with that one. I would have put him at 3 because of the impact he has done. Because without the Seaton Express, you don't have no 2 on his back. And he hasn't been on his back because the Seaton Express has handled his business.
Yeah, when you look at Jordan Seaton, the way he moves, the way he uses his hands, and the physicality of him, can you imagine how dominant he would have been even more if we had ran the ball in the first 4 or 5 games?
That's why I'm going with the Seaton Express. If they would have got on board, you talking about 100-yard rushing? If they would have got on board the Seaton Express, we would have already had 100-yard rushing. We would have, because all you have to do is get by. When that big boy did this here, this when he said get aboard the Seaton Express, and then told him chopped and then did that pull, that let people know, get on board of here. If you ain't with me, you against me. If you against me, you're gonna be laying on your back. And that's what he does. So we need to give Seaton his props. But I tell folks right now, I'm like, you ain't seen nothing yet. He reminds me of Trent Williams. If you look at his game, it's just like Trent Williams. And Trent Williams will hit you in your mouth, put his foot on your neck, then tell you better stay down there because if you get back up, I'm going to put you down there again. And you know what people do? They stay down because that's the smart thing to do. So, Big Seaton, I'm getting aboard of your Seaton Express, baby, because that ticket hard to get on.
Yep, it is, man. It is. So, I give you my top 6. Now, coming in at number 10, I said Shilo. Number 9, I gave you Colton Hood. Number 8, I gave you LaJohntay Webster. Number 7, I gave you BJ Green. Number 6, I gave you Block Bullet. Number 5, I just gave you Jordan C. Now, coming in at number 4. Now, I didn't know how I was gonna go with this in the top 4, but I had to do the best I could. And when I looked at it and I thought about it, this is what I came up with. Cameron Silmon-Craig. Cameron Silmon-Craig came in at number 4 on my list. Now, we ain't got the 3 more after this, but when I look at the play and the talent that this guy had and the physicality this guy brings to Colorado defense, not only his play, his leadership also. He's a leader, and I'm telling you, he producing on the field in that safety position. He really acting like a third linebacker for Colorado this year. The way Robert Livingston, and I'm sure Shilo got something to do with the defense. As much as people might not think, they use this guy in a good way, and it's showing his talent on the defensive side of the ball. And whenever you can show your range, because last year I think he just was a coverage guy, but this year he's showing you how physical he can be down there in the paint, down there in the box when he come up and make those tackles. And he don't have the size. He bigger. He even bigger than Ed Reed. I saw the picture of him standing beside Ed Reed, which it kind of shocked me. But this dude is physical, man, and I think he brings toughness to the defensive side for Coach Prime and Colorado Buffalo, the back of their defense. And like I said, he coming in number 4 on my list. So when you look at the play of Cameron Silmon-Craig this year, what have you seen?
What I see is this one here. What you have just told me, 3 of the top 4 players are HBCU. That's what
Yeah,
you
I know
three
that too.
of the, and I ain't even I ain't in the 3 of the top 4 HBCU. So I'll just leave that alone for people. They'll catch that nugget later. What I see is this one here. He is the backbone. He's the igniter. He's the fire that ignites everything. He's that gasoline that gets it going. So with that being said, that young man, leadership, his attitude, his productivity, those type things are undeniable. He comes in and he lets everybody know that he is the man. And you have to see that by it ain't I don't go on all that size. His size make plays. All I go about what plays you make. And he has made game-saving plays. He has come there, and that defense is one of the top defenses when it comes to the red zone, when it comes to turnovers, when it comes to sacks. All that is a part of Mr. Craig. Craig, he ain't the Craig that's on Friday. He's the Craig that's in Colorado when it comes time to play ball. He don't have no Debos. He is Debo on that football field because he's lighting into people. He is putting that head to them pads on people. So that young man has done an outstanding job. His determination, I call it, he got something that old folk called it back in the old days. He got grit. You know, I ain't say grits. He got grit, if you will. That means he just tough. He just hard. That little boy, that remind me of them old dudes who used to be working on them motors in the backyard, and you touch their hand felt like steel. He is a little piece of steel. So he's one of them guys. He's tough. His leadership. He's one of those guys that want it. He loves football. Other people just out there because they get an NIL and they good at it. He loves football, and you can see it, and it's contagious, and he produces. So I agree with you with old Craig, and I tell you what, this ain't the Craig that's on Friday, baby. He's the real deal.
He definitely like that. He definitely like that. Like I say, he come in at number 4 on my list. Well, I got 3 more spots, y'all, and we right on time. We got 7 more minutes. So I wasn't gonna hold Steve long because I know how the winners can be. I bet she said, I'm so sick of I'm so what you who is Bernard? What you need him at? That time he always calling you. Yeah, he's not in enough. But anyway, hey y'all. Like I said, you watching Sports Talk with BWatts along with Steve Woodland. I'm giving you my Colorado top 10 player on the team this year, along with Steve Woodland. He's gonna rebuttal or agree with me. Now, coming in at number 3. I didn't know to put him in at number 4 or number 3. So I decided to put him in at number 3. I'm telling y'all right now. When they put this dude in, the whole defensive changed for Colorado. And I'm telling you right now, like I told you the other night, if they had to start this dude off in the first game of the year, and especially against Nebraska, Colorado probably would have been 10 and up, undefeated. 10 now they'll be 8 and 0 right now. I'm serious. I know Kansas State. He plays Kansas State game, but Steve, if they had had their confidence up going into that game, coming out that bye by beating Nebraska, and they have a chance, they know mentally they got a chance to go undefeated. I'm telling you, Colorado been undefeated if Hill Green had been started for Colorado at that linebacker position. He didn't play at Michigan. He played at Michigan. He didn't play at Michigan State, Central Michigan. This dude came from Michigan. Ain't no way in the world he should have been, you know. Okay, I get it. But I get it, though. I get what y'all said, but it costs you a game. It just costs you a game. So when you look at Hill Green, Mr. Woodland, what have he seen and what have he brought to this team, defensive side of the ball? Not just the defensive side of the ball. What have he brought for his leadership wise to the team?
Well, what he's brought to the leadership side is this one here. What you need, he's brought an identity. Before Hill Green got on that started, they didn't have no identity on defense. Now you got an identity. Now they physical, they hard hitting, they smart. That's what you have right now. The only other thing I'll say is this one here. Hill Green has done an outstanding job of understanding. Yes, he knew he should have been started. He knew, the young man knew he should have been started. But look at his character. What we're saying about all of these guys have character. They stood back. They kept their nose down. They kept grinding. They kept their eye on the prize. If you telling me it's about football, then you shouldn't be complaining when somebody else out there playing and you ain't playing, because it's about football. When I get my opportunity, I'm gonna make the best. And what we saw was this one here. When they put Hill Green in the game, our TV we had to turn our TV down because we heard some clacking going on. You know, my mama told me one time she thought it was lightning. She was like, baby, that thunder and lightning out there. I'd turn my TV off. Nah, baby, that was the Colorado Buffaloes. That was that linebacker hitting somebody. So with that being said, he has provided an identity, and he is. I turn my TV on. When the defense get out there, that's when I start watching. Because that's the show. He started the show.
That's the show.
He's the big train. Now, the train gets you to the show, but the show is Hill Green. And when he's going, that defense is rocking and rolling, baby.
You're right. That's the show. That's when I start turning into the defense, too. The day they decide to make him the starting linebacker. Oh, yeah. That defense is they must see TV. They'll show all by themselves. They don't need no help. Like I say, if I was on that team playing offense, I wouldn't go to the bench. I'm standing on the sideline because I know I'm going to hear some clack going on. Cameron, Silmon-Craig, and Hill Green and Block Bully. Oh, yeah, it's on. It's on. It's on that defense.
BJ Green?
Yeah, I know it. Right. Yeah. Like I say, that competition, he brings competition to the sideline from the defense side of the ball. And when you see another person out there giving all they got, you got to get out there and give it all you got. And then it helped Bentley along the way also, because I think they started off good together until Bentley got hurt. Me
too. Bentley's hurt, and that's the only thing I would tell them. Yeah, Western needs to be out there. Bentley should be out there on certain run plays, but when it comes time for that passing, they need to have West out there to stop all those wheel routes and stuff like that. That's just me. I don't know much. Or put Stoudemire up in there so he could get those wheel routes, but that's just me. But I would do Wester. Wester is smart, he's fast, and he can go sideline to sideline. But great job, Hill Green. I quit beating that dead horse, but Hill Green, great job.
Yeah, he is that. All right, guys, I got two more, y'all. I got two more. Who's going to come in at number one? Who's going to come in at number two? Hey, I'm down to my two best players on Colorado. And here we go. But before we do that, hey, gonna go to another commercial call. I've got to keep y'all on pause. Let's see. Oh, I got a new intro the dude made me last night. Let me show it to you. Please.
Visit.
Woke up this morning. I woke up this morning. I said, look at that man. He said, hey, man, I made that redid you another. Then I text him back. I said, hey, okay, you went and got home, but hey, can you go back and change and put the guys that who are part of the show, be on there, put those back in there? He said, I got you. I just thought maybe we need something new. I said, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Shout out to Chosen over there for doing that. All right, Steve. I don't give you my top 10. My top 8. I got 2 more. First, I gave you number 10, came in at number 10, Shilo. Number 9, Colton. Number 8, LaJohntay West. Number 7, I gave you BJ Green. Number 6, Block Billy. Number 5, Big Jordan C. And number 4, Cameron Silmon-Craig. And number 3, Kaya Hill Green. Now, who will come in at number 2 on my list for Colorado football team? Well, hey, here we go. The number 2 that came on my list is, here we go right here. Now, this is my list. It might not be y'all, but it's just mine. All right. Now, we got a quarterback, the best quarterback in the league, and we got one of the best players in the league. That's Travis and Shedeur. So you tell me in the chat, if you're tuning in right now, who will be number 2 on your list? Put it down in the chat, and I'm going to let you know who's number 2 on my list, and I'm going to let you know the reason why. And then I'm going to turn it over to Steve, let him say what he got to say. All right, number 2, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's the number 2 player for Colorado on this team? Travis Hunter. Listen to that. Hear me good. Hear me good now. Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. I get that. All right. I get that. Easily, he could have been number 1. But the reason why he ain't number 1, Colorado showed me they can win without him. They won. And when you look at Colorado, how many games you think they would have won without Shedeur? That's what it came down to me. So when I looked at the top 10 and who came in number 2 on my list, it's Travis Hunter. Even though I think Travis Hunter is the best player in college football, and he should be the Heisman Trophy winner. And he ought to be the number 1 draft pick if you don't need a quarterback. He should be to me. If I was a GM, if I was a New England Patriot, and my team going the way they're going now, I would definitely bring Travis Hunter on my team. Number 1, he gonna sell out your stadium. Number 2, he gonna help your team at least. He good to your team to get in the 500. Now it's up to your defense or whatever you decide to go with him, and another quarterback to go with him. It could make you a playoff team if you got a good quarterback. Travis Hunter is that guy to me. Now you can rebuttal at this time, Steve, and if you agree or disagree with my number 2 pick.
Let me get some.
Just remember the way I judge this. I don't think Colorado could have won without Shedeur. They have shown me they can win without Travis. That's all. Go ahead.
Thank you, BWatts. I was doing that because I was going to let you know. I agree.
What?
Travis Hunter.
I can't believe that.
I would have to put Jackson State's finest at number 2, and I'm putting him at number 2 because of the reasons you said. Also, with Travis, he's missed a game. Well, a game. I'll say that pertaining to. Well, you can counter the game because you he got injured and then missed the second half of another game. So with that being said, I will have to give Travis the number 2 because 2 is second to none. 2 is second to none. Travis is the greatest football player that Colorado has ever had. Greatest.
Bingo.
Period. Shedeur, 2 is the greatest quarterback that Colorado has. I say quarterback. I ain't say run. Who can throw that peel has ever had. That's 2. So with this being said, Travis could be number 1 on anybody's board. Anybody's board. But if you're looking at the big picture, and the big picture is those W's, If you take two off of this team, it's a whole different world, homeboy.
A whole different
A whole different world. If I take Travis off the defense, I got Hood.
Yep.
Hood gonna make some plays. If I take Travis off offense, that means Miller would have been playing more.
But there you go. That's it. That's the zero note that I took when I made the list.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, 12 got players behind him that's gonna be that impactful. He ain't got no scrubs. Now when I go on 2 side, it's gonna be a watered down version if 2 come out the game. You can't make them plays that do what 2 do. So that's the difference. Travis is outstanding. Travis, honestly, you know, if you're looking at it, Travis one of them dudes for Colorado offensive and defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to give it on the offensive side because of 2. But defensive side, defensive player of the year. So with that being said, kudos to Travis. It doesn't mean that, hey, I'll put it this way. 2 ain't better than Travis. Travis is the best athlete in football, period. Athlete and player. If it comes to Heisman Trophy, 2 can't beat Travis when it comes to Heisman Trophy because Travis does too much. He is the best player in college football, bar none. But for this, I would have to go, you're absolutely right, and I'm going to stick with Jackson State's finest, Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Like I said, the reason why, I mean, it came down to what Steve said earlier. I had to look at what did the team do while Travis was out on the offensive side and defensive side. And that's how I came down to who's going to be 2, who's going to be number 1. And right now, coming in at number 1, hey, it Shedeur. Shedeur, the best quarterback in college football, the best quarterback to me that Colorado ever had. I'm not saying that he's a better player or a better individual than Travis, because both of them are 2 fine young men that I can see. I think Coach Ryan has developed them, something that people haven't noticed or haven't said. He developed them at Jackson State, and now you're seeing how they perform on a big stage in Power 4 football. Travis is everything that we thought he would be. Some people saying he couldn't perform on this type of level, and he has. Same thing about Shedeur. Shedeur, I don't think, bottom line, people, Colorado wouldn't be 6-2 without Shedeur. It just plain and simple to me. I think Shedeur, he got a lot of things I think he need to work. Not a lot of things, just a couple of things you need to work on. But still, if you take him off Colorado would not be 6-2. Go ahead, Steve.
When we're talking about 2, everybody else call him Shedeur, but I call him 2. Let's do this. This is how good somebody is. When you got to go and nitpick, well, he can work on this here. Okay, you're going down. Well, he shouldn't drop back one more step. Is he the most accurate quarterback in college football?
Yeah.
Podcast, please answer that question. Is he the most accurate quarterback in college football? I would say he is. Can we say this one? Does he do more with water to wine than most quarterbacks that don't have the time? Let's rate the quarterbacks with ones with less than 2 seconds. Let's see how they look. I looked at Penn State and Ohio State today. It didn't look too good to me. It looked like garbage in, garbage out. But that's just me. I'm just telling people right here and right now in podcast land, you better believe. People talking about they are not just everything that we thought they would be. Jackson State's finest is everything, is more than what we thought they could be. People didn't have a clue. People thought, well, Shedeur will come over. He'll be all right. He'll make some plays. Shedeur 2 is him when it comes to throwing that peel. I'm talking about throwing the peel, throwing that ball, throwing that leather. 2 is the real deal Holyfield. And he's second to none. He's second to none when it comes to that. So when it comes to being a legit quarterback, I'm telling people right now, I wouldn't pick no quarterback over 2. Because if you put 2 with time, oh, homeboy, he would destroy you. He is a destroyer. So all I'm saying is this one here, HBCU should be smiling cheek to cheek. They didn't put their finest. You put 4 players on the HBCU on your top 10 list. That's in a Power 4. So what does that say about Coach Prime with developing? Let's go again. Developing. You can say whatever you want to about 2. You got to put in 12, 7, and 21. But those young men put work in. Those young men put extra time in. They got a commitment. They got a desire to be great.
Right.
And thank goodness to those young men. But you hit a home run with 2 because at the end of the day, it starts and ends with 2. See, you ain't going nowhere without 2. That's where we're at right now. Now, next year, we're going to be on the Seaton Express. It don't make a difference who they put back there. The Seaton Express, we up and we moving. But right now, let's go and give 2 his props. Go on, let's go on there and get a man his props. He is who we say he is. He's the best quarterback in college football, and you can argue all you want to. You can criticize all you want to. The man can do it all. He can do it all. He can read defenses. And what I did see is this, which is a little scary. It looked like he calling the plays. So I'm gonna leave it alone because it looked like Shuma over there asking him what you want to. So he might be an offensive coordinator. With that being said, I can see that in his future. He will be a head coach when it's all said and done. If he don't want to be an owner, but he will be a head coach too because of his intelligence and how he see the game. So with that being said, I would say this: BWatts hit a home run. Now you started off like an ice cream rocket. The old rocky road, but we getting you back into the thing. We getting you back in there. So what you told me, you started with a Sanders and you ending with a Sanders, and you're gonna be eating Colonel Sanders in a few minutes, some Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it's Sanders all day and all night in the BWatts house. I get it.
I ain't think nobody was gonna catch that. I said, who gonna start out with? I said, I gotta start out with the Simon eat this thing. Oh, Steve, leave it up to Steve. Leave it up to Mela. Hey, guys, man, I'll tell you what, I got the right one. As my girlfriend said, yeah, you got the right one. But hey, that's my list. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Get ready to go in here and do some things and watch some more football, see what's going on, and get me a little bite to eat. And it's night to get ready to come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on tomorrow, have Rod the Man Media and Coach Dre. If Steve can join us from 8:30, he'll be on. And from 8:30 to 9 o'clock, I got Duke the Scoop, Philip Dukes. From 0-3, on 3, he'll be my guest on tomorrow night. So until next time, y'all be blessed. Steve, you got the last word? We'll close it now.
We want to thank each and every one of you for taking your time to be a part of this show because you are the show. We just here. We just here to fellowship with you. Ms. Johnson and all the rest of the wonderful people out there, kudos to you. Thank you. When we can depend on y'all, and we thank you. We appreciate you. You are the best. Something else I'll tell y'all, be thankful today that we got to see another day. And BWatts, I'm out of here. My wife got me some to-dos, and I'm going to go get those taken care of and make sure y'all understand BWatts is going places. Just make sure y'all go there, be there with him. That's all. See you later, BWatts.
Appreciate it, Doctor. Don't forget, if you haven't voted, hey, we got to go out there and vote, y'all.
That's a done deal, baby. That's a done deal. Voted and, hey, scooted and booted. Get them out of here.
That's right. All right, buddy. Be good.